You're listening to Systemic Era Podcast. The failure was designed.
Fox News hosts response to white supremacist rally leaves ex-GOP lawmaker floored, based on an article by Alexander Willis. Masked fascists unmasked cowardice. The scene. Dozens of masked men linked to Patriot Front marched in Washington. C and Laura Ingraham responded by trying to make the event disappear. Instead of condemning the group, she called the video fake and suggested it looked like Antifa in costume, because in this political ecosystem, the first instinct is not to name the threat, but to scramble the evidence. Who holds power? The men in masks were not the institutional center of gravity. Power sits with a megaphone that decides whether fascist spectacle gets called what it is or gets relabeled into noise. A Fox News host has far more reach than a street gang in matching khakis. And that reach is the point. The job of the media partisan is not always to persuade with arguments. Sometimes it is to immunize an audience against recognition. Denial is the strategy. Ingraham's line is not confusion, it is a defensive maneuver. If a white nationalist march can be waved away as an imposter performance, then the political movement that tolerates, courts, and profits from the audience does not have to answer for it. The lie is useful because it converts a visible act of organized extremism into a squabble over authenticity, as if the problem were video verification and not the men marching. The GOP problem. Adam Kinzinger's response cut through the performance for one reason. He went straight to the missing verb, condemn it. That is exactly what the Republican-aligned media apparatus refuses to do with any consistency. It would rather litigate costumes than confront ideology. It would rather protect the party brand than admit that neo-fascist actors keep finding room to operate inside the broader right-wing coalition. Misdirection is cover. This is the familiar trick. When the stronger side of the political system is implicated, blame gets jabbed onto the weaker, more easily dismissed target. The marchers become maybe Antifa. The footage becomes suspect. The audience is invited to doubt its own eyes. That is not a side issue. It is how normalized extremism survives in plain sight, sheltered by enough denial to keep respectable actors insulated from responsibility. The pattern. The larger pattern is simple and ugly. Authoritarian politics does not only advance through uniforms and marches. It advances through institutions that refuse to name what they are seeing. When a powerful media figure treats a white nationalist display as a fake, she is not protecting the truth. She is protecting the permission structure that keeps the right from having to police its own dissent. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Ross Story for today's article, with the automated voice of Liberts. Thanks for listening.